Good day, my name is Vince May. Question: can a high-powered CO2 BB pistol gun be used for self-defense? Let's go do a few tests.
The guns we're going to be using today is the Glock 19X, our Makarov, and a CZ75 PO7 Duty. All of them have just been fully gassed and pretty powerful guns. Now, if I had to rate these in terms of power, 1, 2, and 3. This, for a lady size, is a really good gun to have. And it's almost as powerful as the Glock. .352, .358. First test is with the Glock 19. Next, CZ75. According to the sticker on here, it's a 2.5 joules. I'm going to aim for the top left corner. Okay, Makarov. This is probably almost just as powerful as the Glock. I'm going to shoot bottom right. Let's see. Didn't do anything to it. Did I even hit? Okay. With this, it came out of the fridge. It is cold. However, it's a really thick piece of skin, so it doesn't even come close to what human flesh is. So what we're going to do is spin this around. Now you'll see a huge difference.
This piece of meat is just over an inch thick, right? Look at that. Now, if you scan over to the skin, those rounds actually went almost right through. You can see them sticking out at the tip of the skin there. So there's some parts where it's actually a bit thicker. If you look at the meat there, it's almost an inch and a half, and it's literally gone right through. So if we look at where we're shooting, CZ75, there's the pellets. You can actually see them right there, and there's one on either side of my fingers, right? Makarov, I was shooting the middle. There are the two pellets, and there's your Glock. So really powerful guns. Okay, so here's the first two. It's really stuck in there. Okay, this was the CZ75. I can feel there's one actually right there. There it is.
Skin facing us, and I will take 3 shots to the top. Take 3 shots to the middle with the CZ75. Okay, the old faithful Makarov. 3 shots to the bottom. Okay.
The Glock, we've got 2 shots up there. I can actually see it's punctured. Then the bottom was the CZ. Oh yeah, you can see the holes right there. Okay. And then in the middle we've got our Makarov. Let's go cut her open, see how deep it went. Oh, look at that. There's a round hit that on the side, so it's probably gone in there somewhere. I'm gonna wreck this meat. Okay, it's try this CZ75, see what it did. Oh, okay, look at that. These two went right through. So that was CZ75. Have a look at that. It didn't go through because of the grizzle or the sinew over there. That's where it stopped. That's the CZ75. Now, need a really sharp knife. Okay, it was hanging from bone side up. So, Glock. Oh. I need a better knife than that. So if my knife cannot cut through this, or has a bit of a tough time, can you imagine the amount of power? But there it is. It actually went right through that inch of meat, the skin, the well, bit of fat, meat, and then also the grizzle or the sinew. Look at that. There it is right there, sitting inside it. Now, that was a fun exercise. And to answer your question, can a high-powered CO2 BB pistol be used for self-defense? Before I answer that question, just for any of the keyboard warriors and the smart Alex out there, most of the guns have tape on it that depicts that it's a BB gun. I'm not waving around a real gun. Okay, the Makarov is also a BB gun, but it doesn't have the tape on. So I'm going to pose a question to you. Can one use a frying pan or a pair of scissors for self-defense? There you go. Can I use my coffee cup for self-defense? Can I use a rock for self-defense? How about the salad bowl for self-defense? Hell yes, you can use all of those for self-defense. If your life is at threat, you grab whatever you can. Let's not theatricize or dramatize or make it look as pretty as the movies where the person instantly has the coolest looking knife or has the most rigged out AR-15. Things don't happen like that. When you get attacked, it's random, it's by surprise. You may not have anything with you besides your cell phone, coffee cup, and for females, whatever's inside your purse. Can use pens for self-defense. There's another one where you may have seen on movies. However, yes, you can use them for self-defense, but do you know how? In our ops course, we teach the sharp and blunt edge weapons. These come in handy. Just keep in mind, all those tools have limitations. Your rock or salad bowl, if you threw this at somebody, your weapon's gone. Okay? And we may laugh about this, or you guys may be laughing. Gosh, I have witnessed, like I've been in the security industry for a long time. Been bodyguarding, been policing, and I've seen an altercation where somebody picked up an ashtray, those little porcelain ashtrays, and smashed it over the person's head. It wasn't a pretty sight. Everything has its limitations. Once you throw your rock and salad bowl at the person, it's gone. You've thrown your weapons away. All these are close quarter combat weapons. Do you know how to use this in close quarters? And when I say close quarters, I call it your spitting range. Not even your spitting range, your intimate gap right there. Right? You need to be really proficient at that. Would you take a 5-inch blade to a sword fight? Or a folding knife? Would you take that to a sword fight? Hell no. So let's just be practical about these things. You can use almost any object for self-defense or a weapon. It really depends on your intention. What we're coaching on is self-defense, protection, right? Not to turn it into a weapon. So, these babies here, You saw what it did to the meat at 10 meters. What would this do to a person at 7 meters if he had bare skin? And we're not talking about shooting through clothing. Look, we haven't done that test yet. I'm sure you'd want to see that. But hey, stick around. There's a video coming out of me being tased or hit with a stun gun and pepper sprayed. Maybe not all together. We don't know yet. So this at 10 meters went through flesh, almost an inch and a half deep. What would it do to your face at 7 meters? Or if you're wearing a thin shirt, what do you think this would do to you? So this definitely helps with creating space, giving you time, right? Time and distance gives you your opportunity to either respond, run, react. So these are definitely helpful, but you've got to be able to get it out fast enough and deploy it. Now, understand that they all have its limitations. It's gas operated. Hopefully your gas hasn't leaked out. It obviously takes 18 rounds. Do you have a spare mag? I don't know anyone who actually carries spare mags for these. Can you shoot accurately? Now, at Ops, we do train people on real firearms as well as BB guns. And you may wonder, gosh, a bunch of pussies training on BB guns. Let me tell you something. If this is what it did to meet at 10 meters, what do you think it's going to do to your open flesh or your exposed flesh? We shot apples at 7, 10, and 12 meters. The BB went right through it, and everyone knows the density of different apples. Also, when you cut that apple from the entry to the exit point, open it up, you can actually see the oxidation mark going right through that. So yeah, they are pretty dangerous. Now, you're wondering, why do we train people on these? We need to give people options. That's what Ops is about. We want people to have options. In South Africa, crime is rampant. Not everybody can get a firearm license. Not everybody can afford a firearm license. Not everybody can afford a firearm. Not only that, your license takes forever to get. You can go into a store and pick one of these up and not need a license. But you still need proper training. We're still seeing a lot of people holding a gun. Those who know firearms, you can see what I'm doing wrong here. You can see what I'm doing wrong here as well, right? You can see what I'm doing wrong there as well. So, as long as you get the proper training. So that's one of the reasons, okay? Affordability. The biggest one is to help people overcome their fear of firearms, right? There's such a misconception and misunderstanding about firearms. These guns here, if I take the magazine out, clear this gun, that is nothing but a piece of plastic and metal. This is nothing but a piece of metal. Until I put it all together and use it for what it's intended. Not only that, you've got to consider the person's mental state as well and his intention. All of these guns are just a piece of equipment. How about a knife? How many moms, dads, or people in general are preparing food at home with a knife? That knife was not considered a weapon. It's just a piece of metal preparing your food. Again, all depends on the intention of that. So that really helps people overcome their fears of firearms. The other one is costing as well. Price. Let's put it that way. Right now, we'll talk Canadian dollars and South African rands. One 9mm round is approximately 6 rand, so 55 cents Canadian. If you go to a range, you're going to pay the range fees plus a round of 50 9mm rounds. You're going to shoot those off in 10 minutes if you haven't had any training. And what have you learned from there? Not much, right? Here you're getting 1,500 BBs, reusable, cost you anything from 12 to 15 bucks. The other reason, comfortability. We train you in the comfort of your own home. Whether you have a backyard, we've trained somebody where their hallway is only 6 meters. Then you put a target in there, you put a proper backdrop, and you've brought that back to 5 meters. All safety protocols remain the same. Do not deviate from them, right? Neither do we. The safety protocols for our sidearm is the same as a BB gun. Do not deviate from that. Once you change any of those, right? It becomes irresponsible, and we do not train that way. Obviously, you're able to learn the fundamentals of firearm using this without wasting a bunch of rounds, but then know the limitations. Will I be able to do tactical mag changes with this one? No, it's not the same mag, right? As it doesn't replicate a real magazine. Can I do it with a Glock? Possibly, but I'll guarantee you, the more you drop this, the higher the chance of this breaking, and they're pretty expensive. I don't know many people who actually carry a second one, unless when you're training, you're dropping it onto a soft surface. You won't learn much about malfunctions. Well, you'll learn about it, but you won't physically do clear malfunctions because there's no shell that's coming out of here. The slide moves back on this one, but not as much as a real Glock. Okay. Slide moves back on this one. On the Makarov, the slide does not move back at all. So you don't actually get the full feel of how a real firearm works. But we teach you the basics, how to get on target, trigger, muzzle, all the safety items, how to squeeze that trigger, grip, stance, the whole lot. You can do all of that, and then you take that and then you apply it to a real firearm. Just keep in mind there's going to be a recoil. So yeah, can these be used for self-defense? I think the answer is pretty straightforward. Yes, you can. So if you have any comments, any questions, please put them through in the comment section. If you want to see any fun exercises, you want to see us shoot something else, please put it in there. We'll do our best to fulfill all your requests. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Stay safe, always live and fight with options and opportunities. Take care.